Hello everyone, my name is Ashok. I am from Ahmednagar. Our today's Viva topic is what is constructor in Java. So we will discuss about the what is actual constructor in Java. Basically, constructor it is nothing but to block of code. It is similar to the method. So it is a constructor. So there are some important points regarding to constructor. First is a constructor name is the same name as a class name. It doesn't have any return type. And constructor cannot have abstract final synchronize, cannot have abstract final synchronize. So it is some points about the constructor. So next is there are two types of constructor. Basically first is a default constructor, second is a parameterized constructor. So default constructor it means we can does not have any pass the parameters. It's called as a default constructor. So next is a parameterized constructor. So parameterized constructor it means we can pass the number of parameters, number of values. In constructor it's called as a parameterized. In that type of constructor it's called as a parameterized constructor. So first is why we use the default constructor in Java. So it is we can use the default constructor in Java. It is the main purpose it is the main purpose to provide the default values to the objects like 0, null. That means we cannot pass any parameters in your constructor. So in that time your output is provided to the 0 and null. So it is a default constructor, and it is the main purpose of using the default constructor. And next is a parameterized constructor. So parameter constructor, we can use the parameter constructor to it's provided to some values to the objects. That's why we can use the parameterized constructor. We can use the parameter constructor. We can pass the any values. We are creating the constructor. Some constructor name is a student, and we can pass the value, pass the attributes like student name, student ID. Suppose we have passed the ID 1 and your student name is suppose Ajinkya. So that is we can output is provided to the ID is 1 and student name is Ajinkya. So that is a parameterized constructor. So next is we can use the we can use the method how we can use the constructor overloading achieve by using constructor. Because of constructor overloading it means it's same method name or multiple same method name, but we are passing the different parameters. So it is a constructor overloading. So we can achieve the constructor. We cannot achieve the constructor overriding because of it is not possible to override the. It is not possible to the overriding because of constructor does not have any. Constructor does not have any. Constructor does not extend because of we can use the constructor as a final. So it is not possible because of constructor cannot be inherited. That's why we cannot use the constructor as a final. So next is what is the difference between the Java constructor and methods. So Java constructor it is main used to the initialize to the objects, and method it is exposed to the objects. And next is a constructor names. Constructor name is the same name as a class name, and method name is does not have method name is not may or may not be same name as a class name. So constructor is does not have any return type. Method have any method may or all the methods have a return type. So it is a difference between the Java constructor and methods. So it is a constructor, including all the points about this video. Thank you so much.